Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday live transmission series. Thank you to all of you who are joining across the globe. I see Austria, Guatemala, France, and all parts of the US, just to name a few. It's good to see you all. We've got people logged into Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube. Welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. Last we came together, we explored into the unknown with Emmanuel. This session, we'll be receiving a transmission on the topic conflict and resolution. Next week, we will deliver a Q&A session with Emmanuel on the same topic. As questions emerge between today and Tuesday, feel free to ask them in the poll in Mighty Networks. We will have a link to this poll available for you at the end of the session. The production team will then choose a few questions to ask the channel from this list ahead of the next week's session. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give those folks context for the work. Asil studied within various spiritual traditions over the last 19 years. 6 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This connection to both powerful energy and wisdom comes through during the sessions as he embodies and brings them through. Through this connection, energy will come through him and reach all those who are tuning in to the live transmission. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information, which will often take the form of a spoken transmission, or in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for Asil to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but it's all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You might recognize some of the names as angels, archangels, or higher forms of consciousness. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream, so it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open, meditative state. Just by being receptive, you've included yourself in this energy field, so there's nothing else you need to do. During the session, you may also bring a loved one into your mind and heart and have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release any old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People share often that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. Flow with that also and just accept all that arises. For people who can support the work, it not only supports Asil, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you supported the last session and have already supported this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to your support options in the chats. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be interrupted and you turn your phone off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed and read later. We are recording the audio and video and will provide the video and transcript following the event on our website. As the session ends, we will sit together in silence for a few minutes and give you all enough time to come back to this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another Saturday transmission with Elohim. This month's theme As a team, we've chosen the theme of conflict and resolution. Where does conflict arise from? Where does it take us? And how does it resolve? How much of it is inside and how much of it is outside? And how does the inner conflict resonate with the outer conflict? These are important topics as we've gone through life experiencing tensions inside as well as within society, within civilizations. It's seemingly something humanity is just so immersed and ingrained in. Is there a time coming for us as a civilization and as a consciousness to ascend beyond conflict? And if so, when will that be? And how can we contribute to that? So these are important and timely questions to explore as we see conflict around as well as within us. And we all wonder how we can be better with this aspect of life. Thank you all for being here. Greetings. We are Elohim. This exploration that you requested is, in its nature, a human aspect to be transcended upon your evolution as a consciousness. This dualistic reality requests consistent friction, tension, and conflict as form of a challenge to learn and to grow. The dualistic nature of your individualized forms requires for you to evolve at different pace, in different circumstances, and in unique situations. These unique circumstances, these subjectively unique identities, these unique lineages and circumstances of your past allow for an evolution for every individual, for every society, for every community at its own pace. The state that you find yourself in as an evolved being is naturally going to be different as the states of others. You may consider this circumstance, this harmonious, unbalanced, or misaligned. Yet the misalignment is the requirement for evolution. What you experience as conflict is the expression of this misalignment. The misalignment between your state of being and the state of being of another. While perspectives can be shared, they are only fully understood and received as the state of your consciousness has received, as the state of your consciousness has achieved a certain state of being. Realizations must occur from within or through the collective. They can indeed be catalyzed, sparked, and supported from the outside, yet consciousness operates through its own individualized experience as well as through the nourishment of the collective's realizations. You are allowed to have your filters of reality. You're allowed to see reality in your own way, in your unique way. You're allowed to live life the way you desire to live, in order to learn exactly the way you request to learn from this reality. The explorations that you make will naturally continue to expand your consciousness and to assist in your evolution. And in your own evolution, you will witness that mere aspects of yourself will operate and grow at different pace as well, resulting in an inner tension, an inner friction, an inner conflict. You will notice the dualistic nature of this reality within yourself, within the very parts of your being. Aspects of your past, unresolved, will hold an identity within your consciousness. you may consider these identities of the past parts of your being. These parts only carry weight, only carry importance until their role to be the director for realization is complete. Until these parts have shown you enough for you to understand the significant elements to be transformed and to be realized. Aspects of your past, in this lifetime and previous lifetimes, desiring and requesting to be resolved, to be integrated as learnings. The potential that you hold as an individualized being to understand all that you are is within you. All evolutionary processes stemmed from within you. All expansion, desire to grow, desire to evolve, initiated from within you. And all aspects outside of you supporting this internal initiation. All elements outside reflecting the state of your being inside and the desire to resolve the past of your existence. The dualistic aspects, the conflicting parts of your existence mirroring itself in your reality outside of you. Then other individuals, other circumstances representing as roles to support you in that continued self-realization journey. Conflict starts within, through the unprocessed aspects of the past. It continues to manifest itself into this reality as part of the many unresolved aspects of individuals, of societies, and previous generations. Conflict arises as it requests to be resolved. The only purpose of conflict itself is the ultimate realization and the resolution thereof. You have unitedly agreed as a consciousness to have this experience, individualized as well as societies and civilizations represented on this earth. Many of these circumstances that you witness to be challenging are a natural byproduct of your journey of evolution and learning. Yet how these conflicts and how these challenges play out, how long they execute, remains entirely of remains entirely on you. Your ability as an individual, as a group of individuals, as a community, as a society, to transmute, to witness the conflict's core, the key aspects of the conflict that are within you, to learn and to realize from these key aspects within you. And for enough individuals to complete these realizations within themselves, you will witness the transformation of your reality. Conflicts resolved within will naturally resolve conflicts without. No conflict outside can exist without conflict inside. And as conflict inside is suppressed, compartmentalized, and drawn into a long journey of exploration, this reality will naturally manifest for you to support you on this continued evolutionary process. You may request to forget all conflict that you have ever had. You may request that all conflict of this earth within humanity to subside. You may request to live in peace forever. Find harmony within yourself and outside, with all living beings. And while this request is notable, while this request stems from a desire of eternal peace, it can only naturally emerge as a result of the self-realization process, as a result of facing the conflicts inside, as a result of the conflicts in the world subsiding because you have done what is required to be done within yourself. The evolutionary process of human consciousness will continue to request challenging circumstances for you as well as the entire collective. You will notice that the challenges will be unique, they will be nuanced, and they will request a deeper state of presence to truly explore the depth of the learning within. And some of these challenges will require you to come into a unified collective experience, to allow realizations to emerge from the connection that you have with others, bearing the same intention of realization. You, in unison, as a collective, as a subgroup of humanity, will allow this realization to appear within you. The more aspects of your being, parts of your existence, processes to be completed of the past are attended to, the easier this journey of self-realization will be. The less greater challenges will emerge in their persistence and in their resistance to be resolved. Therefore, while you may witness action to be the single most important aspect to impact conflict outside, it is truly silence and seemingly inaction. It is an action much deeper within you. The actions of your consciousness to resolve all that you are into the greatest being that you can be. All that you are evolving into the conscious creator that you are. The individualized form becoming a single unified consciousness, evolving beyond the necessity to experience, challenge, to learn. You will notice in these moments of silence, conflict will resolve within you. You will witness the silencing of your emotional states and mental states. You will witness that which is required to be seen, heard, and understood will emerge from within your consciousness into your conscious awareness. And as these parts of you emerge into your conscious awareness, they request to be seen and witnessed from all perspectives and angles that you can fathom. And while you establish these many perspectives with patience, you allow each perspective to become a visceral experience in your physical, emotional, and mental form. You allow each perspective, each approach to the same situation to be integrated into your being. The totality of all perspectives held on this emerging circumstance within will allow for the realization to complete this inner conflict, this inner challenge. Consciousness moves in infinite ways, expresses itself in unique and seemingly endless patterns, patterns of action, patterns of thought, patterns of emotion. And while all of these are natural and part of human existence, the single most effective way to approach transformation, realization, is and will be the silence and the contemplation of the individual, with or without the presence of the collective, with or without the presence of higher forms of consciousness. You have been given the opportunity and the solutions, all at once, all within you. While the external stimuli of reality and the creations of this reality provide for the accentuated experience of what is occurring within you, all can truly be transformed within. In action. Yet the greatest action to be had. While life will continue to request your attention, while others will continue to request your presence, your innate voice requesting an evolutionary process will request your attention as well. And you will find yourself in a conflict of priority, not knowing which to serve first, which to serve now. You will wonder, is life requesting all these attention from me in order to serve me a lesson? And the answer will always be true. Yet you are the only one to determine how the lessons to be served and how the realizations to be received, as all the different ways realizations will be received. Consciousness moves in eternal ways. And you realize through many different pathways, awareness emerges through conversation, through the feelings of connection, through relationship, through movement, and through silence. Therefore, only you can determine the most appealing, the most aligned way to realize, to find that alignment within, to find that harmony and that connection within. In moments like these, you are all that you can be, all that you ever be, all that you ever were. In moments like these, all your attention is here in this very moment. Your ability to process the past, the present, and the future fully accessible in this very moment. And as the mind quiets, as the heart quiets and the body settles, the ability to process increases. Your attention expands beyond a singular thought, beyond a singular emotion. Your energy recollects itself into a central point within yourself. And you witness the connection, the higher planes of existence, your connection to lower planes of existence, the expansion of your being as a natural extension of this state of being. And without any further thought, desire, or want, naturally your consciousness brings forth that which is required to be transmuted, to be realized. A memory, an identity, a circumstance, a situation, a relationship. Then you allow yourself to witness that which is brought to surface with a neutral state of being. In this place of expansion, you do have all the resources of your being at your disposal. No threat can harm you, not even the challenges that are emerging. And you allow the emerging, and you allow the emergence of these thoughts, emotions, and memories to be witnessed, to be held the way you are held in this state of being, without any desire to change, without any desire to fix, without any judgments and opinions to be held. Pure observation. And at some point in your deep presence, a resolution will emerge. A realization will emerge and will naturally subside the thought, the emotion, the memory that has come to surface. And you will fall into a deeper alignment and into a deeper peace. Your reality will adjust accordingly. Slowly, as reality manifests, continue to practice, continue to observe conflict within yourself and the resolution and the realizations within yourself. Continue to observe the connection of the resolutions within you to resolutions outside of you, directly within your life. Continue to observe the transformation of humanity through the transformation of the individual. And allocate conscious, dedicated space for this silence to be observed within yourself. Thank you for listening to our words. We will now commence with the adjustments. Thank you for receiving this transmission. Let the energy and the words integrate into your being. and see how you can carry this transmission with you into your life, into your work, into your relationships, into your family. And maybe there's a lot of opportunity for realizations and resolutions to be had, internally and externally. And maybe this occurrence of conflict outside is an opportunity to look inside. It is a reminder for us to look inside. It is a reminder for us to go towards realizations, to find greater peace within, so that as humanity, as a collective, we find greater peace outside and unification as one consciousness in human form. Thank you all for joining today.
All right, everyone. Welcome back. Take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or just stay in this state as long as you need to. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. We care about the impact our work has on the world, and most importantly, we want to know how these alignments and these words impact you. We've created a short survey for you to share about your experience with this transmission, so please consider filling this out after the session. Look for the link for it in the chat. We're starting to collect questions today, so if a topic-based question emerges around conflict and resolution, feel free to type it into the questions tab on the bottom of the screen or in Crowdcast, or into the poll started on our Mighty Networks platform. The link to the poll is being placed in the chat. And on Tuesday, the production team will choose a few questions to ask the channel from the list ahead of next week's session. If you'd like to continue this journey with Ascension 1, there are many ways to do it. We've been working to put together our second accelerated ascension with the Stargate experience. This year's workshop will have an in-person and virtual option and be held June 6th to June 9th. Join us tomorrow with Stargate Experience and Asil via Facebook or YouTube, where we will discover together the guide's intentions for the second accelerated ascension. We will also reveal the country and venue hosting us for the workshop. And we plan to go live on social media channels at 11 a.m. Pacific time. For those of you who have taken the first steps on the Sacred Earth Practitioner path, specifically including foundations, we are happy to announce our next training course, Sacred Earth Practitioner's Evolution Level, starting April 12th. This 2-week training will include live transmissions, practitioner support Zoom calls, as well as assigned missions to visit specific sites, retrieve information, request wisdom, and connect with the sacred energies present there. We look forward to you joining us in the next stage of the Sacred Earth Practitioner's Path. If you have taken foundations, you can find a link to the course sign-up within November's Foundations Mighty Networks program. For newcomers, you can like and follow us on social media. You can access previous transmissions and their transcripts on our website. We have a home for all of Ascension One Collective's online community in Mighty Networks. If you have not already joined our online community, you can do so by using the invitation link placed in the chat. This is the place for you to explore and connect with this community and its members. Within Mighty Networks, you can access our upcoming Saturday live stream schedule and our weekly Monday transmission series integration calls, where we gather to discuss the transmissions and the impact they have on our daily lives. There will be many other opportunities to engage in workshops and training courses to deepen your practice and to integrate the energy and wisdom of the guides throughout the year. We send event and program announcements as they become available through Mighty Networks. So if you want the latest updates, we recommend you joining us on our online community. This work is possible because of your support. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to all of you. If you find this of value, please consider supporting us to keep this work accessible. There are links in the chat with options for giving. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time. We feel the love and support you have for one another and for us, and we're deeply grateful. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I feel the silence and serenity emanating from all of you, and it fills my heart with joy. Take care.